So today we're going to take the concept of rounding a little bit further, and we're going to be looking at how to round decimals. We're going to go through, firstly, what is a decimal. Secondly, a very quick recap on the rules of rounding. We're going to look at what it means when it says dp. D dot, p dot, what does that mean? And then we're going to look at some questions during the exploration section. So firstly, what is a decimal? A decimal is a number that is less than one whole. So for example, if we had a pie or a pizza, that would be equal to 1. But if we had half, like this, that would be 1 over 2. And that is less than one whole. So a decimal is just a number that is less than one whole, less than a whole integer. If you want a more in-depth explanation about decimals and how they all work, take a look at this video up here, and it will show you exactly how decimals work in more depth. Now, we've covered rounding a couple of times now. We're going to very quickly recap the rules of rounding because we need them for rounding decimals. We look to the column on the right, and if the number is 5 or higher, so 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9, we round up. If the column on the right ends in a 0, 1, 2, 3 or 4, we don't round up, we round down. So when you do these questions, you'll often see it say dp. It will often say, give your answer to 2dp. What does that mean? Well, this stands for decimal places. And this is where our rounding comes in. So if we had a number that was 0.23496, and it said, round this number to the nearest 4dp, we would find our fourth decimal place. In this case, you've got this 2 is in the first one, 3 is in the second one, 4 is in the third one, and the 9 is in the fourth one. That's where we're looking. We're looking at this 9 here. Anything past that 9 is going to end up being a 0. We go to our fourth decimal place, we look to the column on the right, and again that tells us if we're going to round up or if we're going to round down. It's a 6 in this case, which means we're going to round up. So this 9 is going to become a 10. And if you remember from the previous videos, we knock on the 1, we carry it over as if we're doing addition. So it goes to this column here. That 4 is going to become a 5, and the rest stay as they are. And everything past the fourth decimal place gets cut off. So we don't technically need this 0 in there. So our rounded answer is 0.2350. We do need to include this 0 in this particular case because we have to round to 4 decimal places, which means we need to show a number in each of the 4 decimal places. So usually you won't be given a question that just says round this number to the nearest 3 decimal places or 2 decimal places. Often what you'll find is you'll get a question which has an answer that is a decimal, which says give your answer to 2dp, for example. So we're going to do one of those now. This question says find the sum of 2.345 and 9.281 and round your answer to 2dp. So it says find the sum, so we're going to do a bit of column addition. We're going to lay out everything around our decimal places. So 9.281, line up the decimal places and we get 2.345. We do our basic addition here and we get 6, 2, carry the 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, decimal place 11, so we carry the 1 there. So our answer is 11.626. However, our question says, give your answer to 2dp. Now, the second decimal place is here. This is your first decimal place in your tenths column. This is your second decimal place in your hundredths column. We look to the column on the right of the one we're rounding to. And the column on the right has a 6 in it, so we're going to round up. So the 2 is going to become 3, and the rest of the numbers will stay as they are. So our answer rounded to 2 dp is 11.63. Okay, so that's the end of another quick video on rounding. The next video will be on primes and composites. And again, thank you for watching.